Hello, my name is Uzair Hashmi. I'm a member of the United Kingdom Youth Parliament representing Nottingham City, and I'm here today to find out all about the action that Nottingham City Council is taking to improve the education agenda in the city. I'd like to introduce Alison Mikowska, who's Director of Children's Services at Nottingham City Council, and Louise Servant, who is the Regional Director of Ofsted for the East Midlands. Louise, could you explain a little about Ofsted's recent inspection findings?
I can. We've just recently inspected 7 of your secondary schools, and unfortunately they were found not to be adequate, not to be providing the quality of education that we would all want to see. There are some particular issues around the standards that students in those schools are achieving, and also, interestingly, about attendance. So working with all our partners across Nottingham, it's our biggest priority to get some improvements.
So Alison, how is Nottingham responding to Ofsted's recent findings?
Well, Nottingham as a city, and particularly as a local authority, are determined to take action. Ensuring that our young people succeed and go on to lead successful lives is one of the most important things that we're charged to do as a city council. So we want to make sure that our schools have that right quality of leadership and inspirational teaching that we need to drive up those standards, to improve behaviour and to raise the aspirations of our young people, because we want them to want to succeed. So one of the things we're doing is to establish a challenge board, and that challenge board will be made up of experts nationally and locally in education, working with Ofsted and the Department for Education as key partners in terms of helping us improve our schools. And the role and remit of that board is to hold those schools and the academies to account for what they're doing to improve the education and the offer that their schools provide for our children. So as a board, we'll be working together with those schools, monitoring what's happening, monitoring the improvement plans, and really putting that rigorous challenge to the leadership and governors of those schools to get better, and to get better quickly.
Louise, what do you think schools need to do to improve?
That's a good question, and one of the things that Alison has already talked about is the importance of leadership. So you all know that from your time at school. Really important to have ambitious head teachers and governors actually setting out their vision for how schools ought to be. And ambition is really important. We need to have that in our schools so that children, young people are challenged to do the best that they possibly can. We need to make sure that we know what's going on in classrooms, that the quality of teaching is good, that the quality of teaching is monitored. We need for students and young people to have ambitious targets for what they're going to achieve, and we need to make sure that their progress towards those targets very, very closely monitored, so that if they're falling behind, we can make sure that we do the right things so that they can carry on making good progress. I talked to you before about attendance. We need to do everything possible to make sure that everybody is in school. And I think that through the challenge board that Alison has just described to you, we'll be able to look at those kinds of developments right across the city and really make sure that people are getting that kind of rigour into place in your schools.
These are exactly the issues that Louise and I will be expanding on when we address the North of England Education Conference. And that conference is being hosted here in the city between the 15th and the 17th of January, so just later this month. So I would urge anybody who's interested in education, or importantly interested in the children in Nottingham as a city, to come along and hear what it is that Louise and I are saying we're going to be doing together to improve the schools in the city, but importantly to raise the ambition and aspiration and the overall achievement of the children of this city. Maybe I could actually ask the last question, Uzair. As a young person, you've grown up in the city, you've been educated in the city. What do you think we need to be doing and our schools need to be doing to improve the education for our children?
Well, I believe that there's a range of factors affecting the success of young people at the moment, one of them being attendance that we spoke about earlier. Attendance is a very big issue, but yes, we should actually look at the reasons behind attendance. Why are young people not attending? Is it personal reasons at home? Is it school? Are they being bullied? Are they just not enjoying the lessons? Are they not being engaged or participating enough? And also, it's important not to blame the young people as well. Instead, you should work with them. We need ambitious head teachers. At the moment, it's gotten to that stage where schools are more worried about league tables and having young people meet their target grades. They're saying to them, that, look, this is your target grade, we're not going to put it up for you because we're scared that you won't achieve it. Instead, they should be pushing them to reach those aspirations and those target grades. And until we do that, we're just going to be going in a continuous limbo.
You absolutely hit the nail on the head that actually what we want to do is to raise those aspirations and expectations of young people, and we want people to be confident in their ability, and we want young people to be determined to succeed, and some of that needs to be role modelled, but it does come from having inspirational and first-class teachers that we absolutely need in our schools.
Well, thank you, Ziv. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for coming in and interviewing us. It's just really interesting to hear what you've got to say.
Well, can I just also offer my thanks to you, Azir, for giving us the chance to say what it is that we intend to do to improve our schools and to improve the lot of young people in this city.